The No Fate channel, checking in. Today, I am taking on the BoneFrog Virtual Challenge 3.0. I'm going to talk about how much it costs, what it is, what it entails, why I'm doing it, and frankly, if a virtual race is right for you. Now, if this is your first time to the channel, go ahead, hit that subscribe button down below. I am dedicated to helping you dads and moms be great parents to your kids and still accomplish your own personal goals. As I've mentioned in previous videos, 2020, an absolute dumpster fire of a year. I mean, so many people had races, obstacle course races, vacations, weddings, birthday events planned for 2020, and they are all in the gutter. They're not happening. They're all canceled. They're all postponed. And so many people want to simply hit that fast forward button to get to 2021. Some people simply want to pull the Saved by the Bell move and do a timeout and just put their head in the sand until 2021 arrives. But it isn't like that. You can't just give up on 2021. And I know so many of us were in this rut. We're really kind of not feeling too positive, but we got to get out of that rut. And that's why I am taking on a virtual race. What is a virtual race? It's exactly what it sounds like. With so many races canceled because of social distancing issues, a lot of obstacle course races, road races, and just any other type of races in general have gone virtual. It means you sign up for the race online. They send you the swag that comes with it, whether it's a medal or a shirt, and then you go out and you do the race yourself, and then you kind of report back in, typically to like a Facebook group, to kind of report your results. And it's an honor system type thing, but it allows you, it gives you that motivation to kind of get out and do the races. And obviously they're not going to be as much fun as in person with your friends and family and with all the other competitors pushing you to go faster and do more, go harder, but it's better than nothing. So let's go. I signed up for the BoneFrog Virtual 3.0 Challenge. They've got 3 different challenges. They've got number 1, number 2, and number 3. They're all different. And then within each one of those challenges, they have the sprint, the challenge, and the endurance. Obviously, the endurance being the hardest, the sprint being the easiest. So I signed up for the Virtual 3.0 Challenge, the one right in the middle. And what did I get? What did I pay? $40. Each one is $40. I try to find a coupon code. There's none out there. It's $40. What do I get? Well, within 2 weeks, I got this cool sticker. I got this awesome medal. Hopefully you can see that right there. And I got this nice high quality double printed shirt, right? So it feels good, fits good, good quality shirt. You've got this little BoneFrog logo on the front and then on the back. Now here's the catch, right? Sometimes with regards to these virtual races, the actual events will set up specific shirts and medals for that virtual race so that it'll say, you know, virtual race, or it'll specifically tie in to the race that you were originally going to sign up for, but that got transferred into the virtual race. BoneFrog, they put full disclosure, they're not doing that. BoneFrog is a catcher's catch can. They send you whatever shirt and medal they have that fits the size requirement that you have put in. Now, I will say this shirt is good quality, but it does say 2016 on the back. It was brand new. It's a great shirt. I'm definitely going to love wearing it, but it is a 2016 shirt. I do know other people that got completely different shirts, and a few people got slightly different medals. Most of the medals do look similar, but they don't say like virtual race on the front. Is that a big deal? Absolutely not. The reason being, the reason you're signing up for the virtual race isn't for the swag. It isn't for the medal. It isn't for the t-shirt. And it isn't because you can't just go out and, you know, do a hard workout on your own. The reason you're signing up and paying that $40 is because of the motivation. And that's oftentimes what we lack when we get in this rut, when we get in this kind of almost a depression state of, oh, all my races got canceled, my wedding got canceled, my vacations got canceled. You're paying that money to force you to get out of that comfort zone, get out of that rut and push beyond your typical limits. Even for us who have been during the V times, the locked in times, have been training, we're still in a rut. We kind of have our equipment, we've got a little bit of a routine going, and we don't push beyond that. We don't try to seek out new equipment, new exercises, new goals, new distances, and that's why these virtual races in general are great things to take on. Now, I will say the BoneFrog Virtual Challenge, I'm excited about it. Overall, the mileage is going to be 5 miles total. I'm going to put the actual event right up here. So it's a lot of body weight free weight, and then you add in your own weight. In terms of equipment, what do you need? You just need weight, okay? So you could get a backpack. I am gonna be using a 36-pound sandbag. So you could just get one of those. You could get a backpack, fill it up with some books. You could get a trash bag. I know people that got a trash bag, they filled it up with sand and duct taped it. So it was like a sandbag, but it was like a cheap version, a makeshift one. Works just as good. So in terms of equipment, very minimal because you only need that weight. Everything else is going to be online in terms of what exercises to show you the exercises if you're not familiar with them. The one thing that is very confusing to me because I've never done them before, not because they're confusing, are the frog builders. It's like a combination of a push-up, a squat thrust, and like a burpee all in one. So I would recommend definitely don't look at my video because I don't know if I'm necessarily going to do it right. If you do sign up for the BoneFrog Virtual Challenge, definitely check out the BoneFrog video that they put out because it's going to be a lot more clearer than mine is. If this is something you're going to be interested in, I'll put all the details. I'll put the description in the video below. I'll put the details of the virtual challenge in the description to this video so you can check it out for yourself. I will say when I Googled it, it was kind of hard to find online in terms of the link, but I'm going to put all the links in the description to save you time, hassle, because your time matters to me. Ideally, I think with regards to these virtual races is to get a few of your buddies, right? Get a few friends to sign up with you, whether they do them with you or they do them separately. The reason being is that competition level is another way to even motivate you, go further, go harder. I certainly think safety-wise, you could definitely get a few people and do this virtual challenge without any concern about social distancing problems, especially if you go to a track and just spread out 6 to 12 feet. You can still see each other. You can still kind of razz each other. You can still commiserate afterwards with a few adult beverages and not get yourself anywhere near each other's faces or breathing area. Overall, I'm a huge fan of these virtual races, and I'm a huge fan of pushing ourselves during the Rona. And I know personally, I've got a number of other races planned. Most of them are going to be virtual, and we're going to move on with 2020. 2020 is not over. I even know BoneFrog is actually going to be doing a live event in September. They got the permits. They've got it signed up. I'm hoping to sign up for it myself, take that on, and I would highly recommend to you, if you don't feel safe going to live events, check out the virtual races.
30 push presses with the sandbag. Another half-mile run. 30 hand release push-ups. Another half mile. And as you might have guessed, a half-mile run. 4-count flutter kicks. And instead of a half-mile run, we get a half-mile walk. This 36-pound beast. Lap number 2 of the half-mile sandbag carry, and it's actually going a little bit easier than I thought, basically because the sandbag has some nice handles. So if you've ever done a Spartan race and you've tried to grab those sandbags, there are no handles, so they're a lot harder to kind of balance, but this one's fairly easy. I don't necessarily know if I'd call this the halfway point in the BoneFrog Virtual Challenge 3.0, only because at the very end there's a 2-mile run, so 8 laps. So I don't know if I'd call this the halfway point, but probably close to the halfway point in terms of, you know, weighted exercises or just exercises in general that don't involve straight running. The one thing that I am a bit nervous about at the end is the 30 BoneFrog push-ups, whatever they're called, at the very end. I got a feeling I'm going to be pretty taxed by then. Overall, this has been fun. Even though I'm by myself, I definitely think this would be great if you get 2 or 3 friends. You want to do a virtual race together and still be able to socially distance. So I'm out here at the track. Tons of extra space around, so if we had 2 or 3 people with us, would be no issue with keeping our distance. All right, next up is 30 bent over rows with trusty sandbag. Not too worried about these, but since they're gonna go quick, we then followed up with another half-mile run. Yeah, the mileage on this thing definitely kicks up. I'm glad I'm doing the challenge and not the sprint, but I wouldn't want to do the endurance. Forget that noise. "30 walking lunges each foot, 30 front squats with the sandbag," and this is where picking the right weighted sandbag for you comes into play big time. By far, those frog builders, worst exercise of the whole circuit, not just because they were at the end. Those are brutal, and on a few of them, I think I forgot to jump up and clap my hands or whatever. Not only are they rough, they're kind of complicated. Okay, 2 more miles to go, and I can be done with this. But overall, I'm having fun, even though my face isn't really short right now.
The BoneFrog Virtual 3.0 Challenge is a wrap at 1 hour, 26 minutes, and 5 miles on the track. I am completely exhausted. I am glad I signed up and pushed myself outside of my comfort zone. I know 2020 is an absolute dumpster fire of a year with so many races, obstacle course races and events just not taking place this year. People kind of really want to fast forward through this pandemic onto 2021. And I'm here to tell you, don't. Think outside the box, put a little bit of effort into pushing yourself out of your comfort zone and sign up for whatever you can, even if it is a virtual race. Now, I know the BoneFrog has a live New England race coming up in September. I'm hoping to take part in it, but regardless, I might do the other BoneFrog virtual races. Reason being is that they are not the same as the 3.0. Each one is different and has a different angle on how it's gonna push you. So if you're interested in seeing me take on some of the other virtual BoneFrog challenges, drop it in the comments below. Also, this fall, I am gonna try to tackle that 5:30 mile here on the track. Don't know how I'm gonna do that, but I know today was a good step forward in terms of increasing my mileage, because that 5 miles on the track is something I have not done in quite some time. Hey, if you came this far in the video, do me a big favor, give this video a like and hit that subscribe button. It helps me out, it helps the channel out, and I certainly appreciate it. As usual, thank you for watching, and don't save anything for the trip back. I am dedicated to helping you be a great parent to your children and still accomplish your own personal goals. I provide ideas and insights to help you save time, money, and your sanity. 3 things that are in short supply for every parent out there.